hit shot.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? My name is Chicken Fingers, your friendly neighborhood commentator, and today, well, we're going to be talking about another story time. This is the fourth one, I believe, and, well, talking about things that aren't necessarily happy. Actually, these are going to be the trials and tribulations that made me into the friendly person that you all know me to be. And if you don't know that I'm very friendly, check out my Twitter. I love to talk to people. If you want to send me messages, that's probably the easiest way to do it, because I am no longer accepting Steam friend requests unless absolutely prudent due to recent commitments. We'll leave it at that. Anyways, without giving away too much, let's start off from the beginning of Chicken's life. Now, a lot of people have told me that this is a really sad story because I've gone through. I consider not too much, because I know people have honestly have gone through worse than me, but I do see how some people might say, yeah, you know what, Chicken, that's kind of a lot of stuff. So we'll kind of keep it down to the bare essential things that I find to be the points of interest in sad things, if there's any interesting part at all. And that is the first. It starts off as when I was born. Honestly, it was the very first thing. Of course, then I didn't know, but my father was a drug addict. I don't know exactly which drugs. I do believe it was meth and coke. I'm not 100% sure on those. And well, it led me to a very dysfunctional family early on. My dad would beat my mom and well, rape her and stuff like that. And I know it's very private, so honestly, just don't really want to talk much about that. When I was 5, they did get a divorce, and well, back then, you can imagine I didn't really know what was going on. So back then, that was really sad for me, because it seemed like, you know, my family was falling apart, and I didn't know why. I didn't know if it was me. I didn't know if it was my brother or my sister, and all kinds of things. Oh yeah, if you guys didn't know, I'm a middle child, so there's another, I guess, trial. I'm a middle child. Actually, I love being in the middle. No one bothers me too much. So life goes on after the divorce, and when I was 7, this is probably the most important defining moment of my life, in the sense of being who I am. And it was at when I was 7, I was playing football in the street with my friend, and my sister was out in the front lawn, and we were all just playing, and we saw a car coming, so we got out of the street, and we stood there, and I was standing on the opposite side, right, as you can see it from my window right here, the opposite side of the street, facing towards my house. And out of nowhere, my brother comes running out from behind the house, from the backyard, and he says, he didn't say anything, and no one really pays attention to him, but he doesn't stop running. He keeps going into the street, and the car that was coming blew the stop sign. So I guess you can imagine what happened. My brother was hit by the car at somewhere around 20 to 30 miles an hour, which might not seem like a lot, but he was at the time 5 years old, so 5 or 6 years old, and it was right there, right in front of me. So it was really hard for me for a long time to trust cars and trust things like that. And you know, a lot of people, you could hear whispers, oh, his brother was hit by a car, you know, and this stuff like that. And it was serious. My brother did die on the way to the hospital. He was resuscitated, so it wasn't like I lost my brother that day. But ever since then, my brother's had severe, you know, brain trauma, brain damage. He has emotional problems. He has trouble controlling his anger, and he's not the kid I remember. And I'm so scared that one day I'm gonna wake up and not remember what my brother was really like and what he could have, you know, been, and to live with that knowledge, that's what really defines me, you know. And with all his anger, I try to reciprocate things with love and friendship. So that's the main reason. I know I'm tearing up right now, so it's really hard for me to talk about, but That's one of the main reasons I'm nice to as many people as I can possibly be, because life is short and you never really know what's gonna happen. Um, when I was 13, after being picked on, I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was young. So I've been picked on my entire life for taking Ritalin up until that point when I was 13, and I can just remember this. And I know a lot of people have been there before, but this was the first time I ever truly considered suicide as an option. And yeah, you would only imagine what's like to be a 13-year-old thinking that you want to die, you want to kill yourself, and of course, obviously, I didn't. 13 years later, I'm probably have the happiest points of my life right now, so I'm glad I didn't. But it had a lot to do with Connor's accident. Yeah, it's my brother Connor, so I'm just gonna give his name. And other things like that. My dad. I really didn't have any friends, so I really felt like I was alone. And you know, 13, it's a confusing age for most people, so that's that too. And when I was 14, this is something I regret very much, as I told my grandmother, who had raised me with my mom. She actually was my second mother. You know, took me to all my soccer games, my lacrosse games, things like that, and you know, taught me the value of hard work and stuff like that. And I told her that I got into an argument. I told her I hope she dies. I hope she just drops dead. And it was from that moment on she left. She left, and I remember my mom telling me it was because of what I said, and I didn't see her much. I saw her maybe very, very sparingly, I think it's the word, from then on, until when I was in high school. I think we've gone over this in 2004, when I heard that she had passed away, and I've always regretted saying what I said because of that. So I try to not do that anymore. And I hope this has brought you guys some insight as into being nice and being friendly, and where our our paths lead us to. And I hope to only fix all my errors and find all the happiness equal to the sadness in what I do today. And you know, that's the story. That's some of the stories of Chicken Fingers. I know that this may have been depressing, but I felt like it was great to clear the air to let you guys know that not everything is perfect in my world, or great. So, you know, if you did enjoy this, please leave a like. I would appreciate it very much. And what else is there to say? I hope to see you guys around. Please let me leave some comments on this video as I draw out these last few seconds with awkwardness, and I just feel very vulnerable right now, because I told you guys all my big secrets. Tell me what was very defining in your life, and you know what, that's pretty much it. That's what I want to hear. What makes you you? And my name's Chicken Fingers. I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, on the battlefield. Thank you for stopping by. Love your faces, and of course, peace out.